What is up guys, Rashid here, and in this video I'll be showcasing my latest update to my Blue Eyes deck. I think this build is the most optimal build with the current meta. I went for absolute speed and I removed all the cloggy cards like Maxine stuff. I don't play any hand traps. I have a good ratio of 20 monsters, 20 spells, and let's get into the deck profile. First we have 3 Blue Eyes, stable, you have to run 3. 3 alternative, also stable, you need to run 3. Dragon Spirit of White, I tried 3, it was too gloggy, I tried 1, I didn't see him enough, so 2 is perfect. You need him to get rid of spells. For example, you could your opponent would have something like anti-spell fragrant, and you just Dragon Spirit of White it and continue your combo. Of course, you have 3 White Stone of Ancient. You need 3. You could cut it into 2 if you want. It's not that important, but I still like 3 because still can discard it with other spells. 1 White Stone of Legend. I tried 2 to be honest. It didn't go so well because I run 3 Maiden in the deck. If I didn't have Maiden, I will bump this into 2. Because I really like White Stone. It gives me it's always a +1 when you discard it for something. A good combo is with White Stone and Melody of Awakening. You discard it for Melody, get 2 alternative and 1 Blue Eyes. That's it. 3 Sage of Blue Eyes. You absolutely need 3. He combos well with Maiden, and of course you have 3 Maiden of Eyes of Blue. Your peanut butter play, your play you want to open up Maiden and Sage. You could go Maiden, activate Sage's effect, target Maiden, discard Sage. Maiden effect will activate, you will go to the grave, you will get 2 Blue Eyes. So that's one of my best combos in the deck. Also, the reason I don't run any hand traps or anything like that, because these 2 cards, this is a Goliath lockdown Blue Eyes, because it's easier to go into the Galaxy Dark Matter Dragon in this deck. Very easy with the Maiden. You can easily abuse her. So you'll always go dump Archbrave Dragon and Goliath for Dark Matter Dragon and get your lockdown there if your opponent doesn't have any Dark Hole or Regeki or anything like that, or for example Kaiju. You win the game. It's that easy. It's like having a Vandy's Emptiness built in somewhat in the deck. But make sure that you special summon everything from the extra before you're using Goliath. I made the mistake multiple times of forgetting his effect applies on me as well. So yeah. We also run one for one. Okay. Because it's like a 4th Maiden. You absolutely need to open with Maiden. And it's easy to dump the stones and get pluses with it. Return of the Dragon Lord. This card is amazing. It's absolutely amazing in this deck. Sometimes I will just activate it just to have this added protection with my Goliath lockdown. Even if it doesn't matter, I bring whatever dragon. Even if I don't need to bring a dragon, I just activate it for the protection. 1 Regeki. This format relies on mass summoning and stuff. You want to get rid of let's say vanities and stuff, so you just run Regeki. It's a really good card. 3 trade-in, stable. You have how many level 8s? This is 6, 9 level 8. So for every 1 trade-in you have 2 targets in there. 1 card of Consonance. I tried 2. It was really cloggy for the same reason I don't run Maxi. 1 is fine. I will always side this out game 2 against other decks. 3 Melody of Awakening Dragon, self-explanatory. The card is busted. You could activate it multiple times. You'll always, if you have Blue Eyes, you'll always go for alternative. 1 Soul Charge, because again this card is busted with it, and the Goliath lockdown. I can have a full field with multiple Dragon Lords in the graveyard, for example, and just activate Soul Charge. My opponent will just scoop. We run Terraforming. Let's leave this for last. Okay, 3 Twin Twister. You hate backwards. I really hate backwards. So because this deck relies on pulling the lockdown off, so you run 3 Twin Twisters. You could downgrade it to 2, but I really like to run 3. I want to see it in my opening hand. One Silver Cry card is really amazing because you want to go to your Galaxy is Dark Matter Dragon play every turn. I mean, first turn. So you run Silver Cry. One is fine. Don't run more than one. And here's the last card, Mausoleum of White. This card is bonkers with Maiden. Like, you will activate her, summon Maiden for free. I use Mausoleum of White, target Maiden, send a Blue Eyes, special summon a Blue Eyes, and you could like summon a Sage and do other shenanigans with this. Like, the added benefit of normal summoning an extra light tuner monster is really amazing. Sometimes I will end up with a field with Dark Matter, 2 spirits and stuff, something like that. It's really crazy. And instead of running 3, I just run the terraforming to thin out the deck. It's like a third Mausoleum of White. If I already have it on the field, I just dump it for other effects. Now we go to the extra. We run one ABC Dragon Buster just for the Ghost Reaper with the cherries. Sometimes the ABC matchup is really troublesome. I had an extra space, so I decided to add cherries to the side deck and put ABC Buster here. One Azura Eyes. You don't need any. I always go to one. I never needed two. 2 spirits. 2 is just fine. You don't need any more. One Crystal Wing. One Michael. One Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. It's a really good card. One Dark Matter Dragon. One Armor Photon Dragon. The Galaxy Eye. You could remove this. You don't need it, but whatever. One Dark Cipher Dragon, the Hope, and one Galaxy Tachyon Dragon. These two are just here to go to Dark Matter or the full armor. And this card is one of my favorites, number 23. Really good card. If you play it correctly, just remember that it negates both your effect and your opponent's effect. Sometimes they will play around it, but sometimes they cannot play around it. So this is a good card. Attacks directly if you need that last bit of damage. And one of my Tekken cards is number 15, Puppet Giant Grinder. This card is absolutely amazing against the mirror. Like, your opponent will have a Dark Matter Dragon, and let's say they don't have any Return of the Dragon Lords in the grave. Just summon this guy, detach a material, like destroy this, 4,000 damage. Maybe have another one, let's say another 4,000 damage. That's it. That's game. For the side deck, we have 3 Kaiju, Sea Turtle. It's a good card. It's level 8. You can always run Kaijus. 3 Denko Saka for the Paleozoic matchup. 3 Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries for the ABC matchup. You could remove one of these and add Frog if you have him, just for cherries. I run 2 Maxis and the extra for like Synchron deck and other mass special summoning deck, because if you just maxi them, so they're gonna stop, or you can draw all your deck. 1 Vanities, because sometimes I don't expect to have Vanities. If I want to play a control matchup, like I will remove some of the cards, I just keep Maidens and control my opponent. And of course, against Pendulum, you have Anti-Spell Fragrance, really busted card. And yeah, that's the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe.